our partners, Grad partners website and register yourself for the Torq challenge. While you might have read the case study already and you would already be familiar with the problem statements, we just thought we'd give you our peek preview of what we expect for each of the problem statements. So I'm going to take the first one, which is around brand positioning. I'll read it out to you first and then I'll give you my small hints. So some of you might know, some of you might not know, but we have the widest range of two-wheeler tires that are suitable for all kinds of motorbikes, scooters and two-wheelers, ranging from a 50cc moped to a superbike. However, not many people know about this. In fact, we are the leading tire suppliers to original equipment manufacturers, bike manufacturers in India. Not many people know about this either. People have very low awareness about our product portfolio, and we are largely seen as an economy or commuter class product segment brand, or something which is not so much for the premium bikes. How do we position ourselves as a formidable player in the premium segment? This is what the first problem statement is about. The hints I'm going to give you are that you can actually look at our entire product portfolio on our website, tvseurogrip.com. We have an interactive sales catalog. You could download that. You can also look at what we've been trying to do with respect to brand communication by seeing our ads over the last 3 years. Like Madhavan mentioned, we launched in August 2019. So since then, what we're trying to do with the brand and how do we bridge this gap between the brand and the product portfolio. That's problem statement 1 for you. Now over to my colleague for problem statement 2.
I'm here to explain in detail point number 2, right? So this statement goes like this. So we follow a traditional FMCG mode of distribution, and where the goods go from the company to the distributor, and from the distributor to the end retailer, right? And from the retailer it goes to the customer. So that's the traditional FMCG distribution. So we follow that. So how are we different? There is always this person called Anna, Annaya, Bhaiya, Bhai, right? Who helps you in this tire fitting. There has been a lot of do-it-yourself videos for very tough things like boiling water or blowing an air into the balloon. But unfortunately, this has always been a third-party dependent stuff, tire fitting, right? So, and that's where we wanted to focus on these people and enable them or help them how they can help us build our brand and act as an influencer in this process. Yeah. And I'm also going to take the next point, problem statement, which is number 5. Tires are a pretty undifferentiated or indifferentiated product, and as a part of marketing, we need to keep thinking how we can build this in think ahead amongst the competition. So you can wear in your technological hat or marketing hat and combine the sinusoidal and harmonic waves and put it in an eigenvalue, or on top of it put an eigenvalue number, and say that there is no scope for tires, the future is all going to be magnetic levitation. That is also a solution. Or the other solution can be, say there is a metal strip on the road and the tires are made of magnets, and when I supply an AC current, the tires keep rotating or it gets propelled. So that can also be a solution. Or from a marketing perspective, you could come back and say that whatever you're doing is all rubbish, this is the way forward. All this can be done. Yeah. So the sky is limit on point number 5, and really looking forward to a lot of greenfield, fresh ideas. Right. So let me invite Kannan to take the next few points.
I'm here to present a case. We've heard about problem statements. You heard about 2 or 3. I would state something that there is something like more of an opportunity more than a problem statement. So we have a great opportunity here. We are TVS Eurogrip, the brand of TVS Sri Chakra, like what you just heard from Madhavan and my colleagues here. If you might have noticed, many might have noticed, some may not have noticed, in 2022, that's the last IPL, TVS Eurogrip partnered with one of the best teams in IPL, that is CSK. So Chennai Super Kings is one of the most formidable teams in the IPL arena, and we have become principal sponsors to CSK. So that means easy to articulate would be that we will be on the front of the jersey of this great team. So we've gone by 1 year, that's the first year. We have 2 more years to go. This is a 3-year partnership for us. And what we look from young guys like you, and most of you must be cricket fans, is that you can give us ideas on how we make the best out of this opportunity. I think this is one of the best opportunities any brand can get in an environment like IPL. And in India, IPL is a fine synergy of sports and entertainment. We've seen it in the past. In the last few years have been slightly truncated because of the pandemic, etc. But I think in 2023 it will be a great tournament. So we welcome very disruptive, unique, interesting, out of the box ideas from all of you as to how we can cherish this opportunity, take this brand association forward, and make the best out of this for our brand. So it'll be nice if you can give us some of the most interesting ideas as to how TVS Eurogrip can partner with CSK and make the best out of it. Thank you. I invite Siddharth now.
So the next problem statement is about building an ecosystem. So if you look at a two-wheeler tire or per se tire, typically it's a brick and mortar model which actually is which rules the sales. Okay, and also it's been looked at as just a product, and especially if you take a bike tire, it's more like a grudge purchase that when someone needs it, they just don't even think about it, they just take it, fit it and forget. But with the current trend of things, any product, the consumer looks at the experience which they get from the brand as the differentiating factor when they actually make a decision to purchase. So when you take something like a two-wheeler tire, probably in terms of technology, in terms of functionality, probably all brands seem to be competing in a similar kind of a space. So what people look at is the overall experience, right from where it could be about how they buy it or whether they get something at their doorstep fitted onto their vehicle, or probably something like tire as a service, or probably something where they just are stuck on the road and you have someone they can just call, or they just find it on an app, or you just something like that, something like probably the Practos of the world. So how do you have an aggregator? So it could be anything. So how do you actually build an ecosystem which goes beyond just looking at a two-wheeler tire as a product fitted onto your vehicle? How do you build certain things which makes your brand something which people look at as a great experience and not just a product? Okay, so you guys can go wild about it, and you can come back with some disruptive ideas, disruptive models which can revolve around this whole thing. So all the best for this, and we look forward to great ideas.